I sat down in a Thai restaurant, soaked from the rain, craving comfort food. They brought me a beautiful half chicken and a spoon. Just a spoon. No knife. No explanation. Welcome to culture shock served hot, with a side of confusion. But what if those weird little moments were actually your best teachers? What if the weird, the wacky, and the strange are the keys to unlocking the most powerful version of you? In this episode, we're decoding the unspoken rules of new cultures and how to adapt faster, smoother, and with way less fork-related panic. This is the Adaptable Expat, and today we're sharpening our cultural instincts. No knife required, let's do this. Let me tell you about my first trip to Thailand. I was caught in a downpour and ducked into the first dry restaurant I could find. To wait out the rain, I ordered a simple roasted chicken. A few minutes later, the waiter returned with a delicious-smelling plate. Half a chicken, one fork, and one spoon. I looked at the meal, then at my cutlery. No knife. How was I supposed to cut this? My first thought was that they'd made a mistake. But then I looked around and saw everyone else at other tables, happily cutting their meat with the side of their spoon. It was a light bulb moment. What I thought was a mistake was just the local way. That feeling of confusion? That moment you realize the rules you've always known don't apply? That's what this episode is all about. It's the core of culture shock, like being handed a rule book in a language you don't understand. But what if I told you that you could fast-track your adaptation? That you could learn to decode your new environment, not in years, but in a fraction of the time? Today, we're diving into the practical strategies that will help you move from a confused tourist to a confident local. This is your guide to decoding culture. Part 1. The pregame. Your research phase, your journey to cultural adaptation doesn't start when you land. It starts on your couch, weeks before you even pack. Think of it as studying for the most exciting test of your life, except instead of cramming algebra. You're learning why some cultures consider burping after a meal a compliment. First, hit the books or, the internet. Look up the basics. Greetings? Is it a handshake, a ball, a kiss on the cheek? Or, in some parts of India, a cheerful namaste with hands pressed together. Pro tip: in France, you might get 2 kisses. In the Netherlands, it could be 3. And in Switzerland, well, good luck keeping track. Etiquette. What are the rules for dining? In Japan, never stick your chopsticks upright in a bowl of rice. It resembles funeral rites. In Russia, leaving a little food on your plate is polite. But in Brazil, clean that plate unless you want your host to think you hated their cooking. Communication styles. Is the culture direct or indirect? In Germany, you might hear "Das ist falsch" in a meeting, no sugarcoating. Meanwhile, in Thailand, a soft "mai pen rai" might actually mean "this is a disaster," but we're too polite to say so. Doing this homework shows respect before you've even arrived. It tells the local people that you value their way of life and are making an effort to connect. But here's the kicker. Even with all your research, you will still mess up. And that's okay. Example, my friend once proudly greeted his new Japanese colleagues with a confident konnichiwa. At 9 p.m., cue awkward silence. Why? Because konnichiwa is for daytime after dark. It's konbanwa. A tiny mistake, but it became a funny icebreaker later. Part 2. Become a cultural detective, the power of observation. Okay, you've landed. Your research has given you a head start, but now it's time for the real learning to begin. Your most powerful tool? Your eyes and ears. Become a cultural detective. I remember my first time at a hawker center in Singapore. I was surrounded by dozens of food stalls with signs only in Chinese, serving the most fabulous food in presentations and formats I'd never seen before. There were no instructions, no guides. I was completely lost. But I quickly realized it was the perfect classroom. Instead of panicking, I just watched. I saw how the locals ordered, how they behaved, how they ate, how they greeted the stall owners, and how they handled all those little interactions. It was a live-action deep dive into local customs. In the next episode, we will explore the other 2 steps to effectively decode a new culture and become almost as savvy as a local. Please give us a like, share, and comment below. We would love to answer your questions about the cultures we have experienced. And tell us a neat thing or 2 about yours. From KL, this is the Adaptable Expat reminding you to keep feeding your dreams.